Who's ready for shenanigans?
Session 42, correct? Is the recap?
Correct.
Alright.
Yeah. I'll try and stay awake as long as I can.
I'm sauced up. I got that good peanut butter whiskey.
Oh gosh.
I've got a $140 bottle of hot top shelf tequila. It's very smooth.
This
I've
shit's
got a
good to
nice. I've got a nice memory foam topper and memory foam pillow.
Yeah. Now all you're missing is a weighted blanket.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll live.
Who wants to read recap?
I can attempt.
Good luck.
Are we Gucci?
Yep.
I think so. We're Gorilla Grip Gucci over here.
Last session, Zedia held a roundtable for discussions to ask questions or bring up topics of concern from the party. Gaddradison made his plea to her that the miscreants, outlaws, and pirates of the afterlife would be given a place much like they built for themselves, due in part to them assisting the party in reaching Zedia. Hearing his suggestion, Zedia agrees and goes as far as to extend a job offer to Gaddradison to be the transporter of souls lost at sea that she has had a hard time reaching. Gaddradison accepts, but on the condition that he gets to live his life as long as he is able to. Poppyseed shares his concerns about Lady Thidrioth, the one who had the party sign the devil's contract, and suggests that a piece of Shatia may be in her midst, and that if she were to send out assailants to the party, it may be best to take her out first before she could feasibly rally together anything against them. However, Gar had made certain to hear. Wait, hold on. I think I might have skipped a line. Really? No, I didn't. Okay. However, Gar had made certain to hear his concerns after hearing from Zedia that Lady Thidrioth was a difficult soul to capture, and that he would like to find Gamphion first. Chou posed the question of whether or not she can sense Themis anywhere. Puzzled, Zedia said that she could sense Themis's divinity being channeled, but can sense her presence on Nearbeth. Zedia gives Kari a boon in a way that looks like she was stabbed through the stomach, making Kari feel queasy. Discussing ways to get out of Zedia's realm, she offered multiple ways out, one of which was getting taken out by Zedia herself. As the roundtable session ended, Zedia takes Captain Gaddradison to the pirate's haven afterlife and shows him the place where his ship would dock when he officially works for her. Bringing Gar along with him, Gaddradison made the offer to Gar to be his first mate, which Gar gladly accepted. Catching Zedia alone, Chou ran his concerns by her about his faith possibly conflicting with her divine purpose. If I can actually speak. However, after explaining that his people follow the Phoenix, Zedia brought him to a section of her art gallery that housed pictures of her siblings. Stopping at Themis, Chou instantly recognized her in a phoenix form, and years of faith came crashing down as Zedia suggested that Themis was being held against her will and being worshipped for a domain that is not hers. Taking a gulp, Chou explained the situation to Poppyseed and Kari before saying his prayers for the night and heading to bed. And that is where we begin this week's session.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Is he alright? He drank a literal gallon of LSD. I don't know where he got it.
Kami, can you tell me I can leave the lookout?
Mr. Popo, you can leave the lookout if
Bitch,
you
don't
would
tell
like
me
to.
what to do.
I've never watched Dragon Ball Z. I've only watched the abridged, and at this point, I don't think I want to watch the regular Dragon Ball Z because the abridged is so fucking beautiful.
Yep. Why does he keep kicking me in the dick? Anyway.
All
That
right.
one's still green.
You all get your long rest.
Chou's gonna fucking need it.
And you you wake up kind of whenever you wake up. As like usually when staying at other places, you might have been woken up by like smells of breakfast or things like that. Um that's not necessarily something Zedia thinks about. Um or has remembered. So, however long you think it would take for you to wake up without the usual breakfast call, as well as with however late the Tortle stayed out drinking.
Pirates, we drink till we drop. And then we disappear back home somehow. Usually by 4x4.
We are equipped with 4-wheel drive. Gad and Gar probably come stumbling into breakfast from the Pirates' Haven. I smell breakfast. Is there food?
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
He hasn't stopped.
Bert's having an existential crisis.
Mhm.
One of the top hat spiders is making breakfast. At probably Kari's request, I would assume. I don't know when Poppyseed wakes up. He wakes up eventually.
Yep.
Poppyseed was probably out all night at the library reading about his family's history.
You know, that does sound like him.
Mhm. Chou was up contemplating his entire life.
Poppyseed fall asleep in the library.
Yeah, probably.
In a book, just. Gad's gonna go up to Chou. He's all these squares make a circle.
Mhm. Yep.
He's gonna go up to Chou, like throw an arm around him. You know, Chou. I've lived for quite a long while. And I never really believed in the gods. But here I am, waking them up, about to serve one when I die. And you know, I'm quite alright with it. Because I never really thought there were gods, but here I am, eating breakfast in the home of one. And he like pushes, it pretty much just like produces a shot of rum, pushes it towards Chou.
That shot is drunk.
So, I imagine you as a man of the cloth, I imagine that you will be able to get through this conundrum you find yourself in?
Everything I've ever known and learned about anything that I do has all been based on a lie.
See, much of my life has been based on a lie. Lying that I'm someone who I'm not. Lying to people and bribing them. Hell, even killing them if it came necessary. But here I am. Once I die, I'll become a reaper for this god. And I never believed in him in the first place, but here she is. So I believe.
Gaining belief and then having what you've had as your beliefs your entire life to be turned around and told is all a lie. Am I a cleric and druid of the Phoenix, or am I a cleric and druid of Themis?
I would
Yes.
say you're a cleric and druid of both, my friend. Because while you may have grown and known the Phoenix, is the Phoenix not still a part of Themis?
I don't know. But if she's
You've
if
gotten
what
this
Zeddy
far.
is saying that she's being forced into a domain that's not hers, th- then everything that I've built my faith on is all based on harming Themis, effectively.
He produces another shot, pushes it your way.
Got drunk.
Well, my friend, I've seen you do some great things. Hell, I'm sure you've brought me back from the brink of death once or twice already. So who better to free Themis from this supposed imprisonment than one who was unknowing of it in the first place? Are you going to take this new information and just continue as you are? Or are you going to take this new information and use it to grow? Use it to help your god? Use it to bring yourself up a little bit? I mean, hell, not but a few months ago, I was just a lowly pirate captain with hardly even a crew and not even a ship at the time. Now here I am. I'll soon have a ship that brings me between the realms of life and death, and I'll have a purpose other than just wandering the seas doing as I please. I believe your worship of the Phoenix has brought you here so that way you could evolve your worship into that of Themis, being the one who brings her back to this realm.
Who needs to be free? And if you don't mind helping me, I would like to do that.
No, of course. I'm a pirate. I sail the seas for just a handful of things. I want adventure. I want to see that which no one else has seen. And maybe make a bit of coin while I'm at it.
Well, I know one thing that you'll see that not a lot of other people will have seen, and that's my hometown. We keep it hidden in the mountains. The only people who know where it is are the people of of that place.
He he produces another shot, pushes it towards Chou, has a shot of his own, raises it up. Well, and here's to going home, my friend. And takes the shot.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be like a more of a to going home. Oh fuck yeah! This is potentially gonna be very messy for Cho. But he drinks the shot anyway.
Oh,
Go home to destroy everything that everyone's ever believed in. Fuck.
speaking of going home,
I didn't do it.
you could ask Zeria if there's anyone here from your home or even from your family that you could speak to, maybe gain some advice. 'Cause I did that myself, and that's how I got to where I am now. I found someone from my family that I never thought I'd speak to again. Yet here I am, charged with ferrying souls back to a new section of the afterlife, so maybe there's some wisdom to be gained from those that we've lost. I imagine if you talk to someone, you could get some kind of help on your upcoming predicament.
Mm. That's something I hadn't thought about with everything else I've been thinking about. Thank you.
Of course.
If we've got time, then I will do.
The wisdom
Ready.
of the dead can often be more enlightening than the wisdom of the living.
I've got nothing to lose as they've already lost it.
Exactly.
He's gonna hold out a bottle to Gad,
Yes.
or is it Gar that was talking? I'm trying to
It's
remember.
Gad.
I'm trying to remember between the accents.
It's been
Was it?
Gad.
It's been Gad.
Hey, you got it right.
Yeah, he's holding out a bottle to Gad.
Pulls out
Not
his
as
own
big.
bottle.
I know this is. He's like, no, this is a little gift from me to you.
Oh,
It's not rum, but it'll certainly warm the cockles.
well. If I find a man that's not in search of warm cockles, I'll let you know. And he takes the bottle with a little bit of a bow.
Mhm. Uh, it's a sipping drink.
That's quitters talk.
No, it's just strong. It's better to sip it. It's not as smooth as rum. Yeah, classic rum is smooth.
About to say, I don't know if I've ever had a smooth rum, and just one that keeps me warm.
Uh-huh. Well, that's a small bottle of sake from my hometown. That's the real good stuff.
He graciously accepts it.
Mhm.
It gets stowed away into the jacket. You hear some jingling
Clinking of
as
the
he
bottle.
works it into a pocket.
Yeah, that's that's the not the sake you find in the lowlands. That's the real stuff from the source kind of stuff.
Turns out Gad is more rum than Tortle.
He's like Randy Savage, because Randy Savage once tested positive for blood in his cocaine system. Gad has tested positive for blood in his rum system.
hmm But yeah, there's yeah, probably about a fist-sized bottle is what you've been handed
Hmm.
of proper mountain sake.
Delicious.
hmm And then he's gonna go off and try and find Zedia or someone who works for Zedia and see if there's any of his ancestors there that he can talk to.
Um, you'd be able to find Zedia faster than any of the others. I mean, unless you knew how to speak spider. Because there's the spider on the top hat, but unless you know how to speak spider, you ain't getting anything out of the spider.
Mm. I mean, I could turn myself into a spider. Would that allow me to speak spider?
Unfortunately, that does not.
Why do I picture the spiders just hanging out on the ceiling just like this?
I fucking love the
Oh,
coal sprites.
sprites.
Favorite little friends.
You go and touch them and they all scatter.
They're just sitting there on the ceiling watching us all get fucking hammered for breakfast.
Mhm.
I mean, it's different. Some
You can't
like
have a hangover if you don't stop drinking.
Mhm.
there's some that
Amen.
are small. There's others that are like people sized. The one that's cooking breakfast is pretty damn big. But top hat. So it looks friendly.
What?
Top hat equals friendly. You know?
Top hat equals friend shaped.
Or exactly, that's what Zedia's thought process was when giving them top hat.
Top hat equals friend shaped.
Um However, just going through the archway into the area that when you had first come through, um it was like it was a library, it was the area with a bunch of doors. Through one of those doors was an area that was about like ankle-esque deep water, but you didn't sink any further despite it looking like it just never ended. Um, and walking across had the bone archway that you went into her living space, and that's kind of where you guys have been staying. Um, But walking through into this liminal space, there's something that wasn't there before, which is a bunch of bubbles. They look like water bubbles, kind of. Floating at different heights. And all of them have different people at different ages with her to some extent with them. And you, as you witness this, you begin to realize this is the transition phase. They're not really there yet. It's almost like an in between where a part of her is there with them, comforting them. Some of them, it's a comforting them as they view their family around them in their old age, saying their last goodbyes as the elderly passes away. Some of them are, it's this adventurer with this group, and the adventurer went down, and he's comforting him in this may not be your time yet. They still have a chance to save you, to revive you, but I will stay here with you until that fate is solid, until that link is broken and you need to properly pass. I will wait here with you. And just a bunch of different scenes of that, until there's a moment where she becomes visible next to you and goes, good morning.
Bow of the head and good morning. I hope I'm not interrupting.
Oh, no, not at all. And you can see that even though she's standing next to you, there are still visages of her in all those other spots, too.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of chuckles and goes, the great thing about being a god is being able to do your job and other things all at the same time. Our multitasking ability is astounding.
You look at it, you taking it in like, oh, whoa. Whoa. Yeah, kind of puts anything I ever thought of, that I ever did as multitasking to shame. Wow. I was wondering if it's not too much of a, well, if it's not an imposition or bad taste. Do you know if any of my ancestors are here, and if I would be possible to talk to one of them at all? After what was revealed last night, I'm having a bit of a crisis of faith.
Understandable. As far as ancestors, if they have died, they are here somewhere. But a question to narrow it down for me, because ancestors are broad. I have access to the first beings. And that would be too far back. They would not have information for you.
Mhm.
How ancient of ancestors are you more looking for?
Chou doing some mental maths and trying to work back to when, in their history books, the Phoenix first became a religious figure for him, and who was the one in charge at the time. Um, it's been what, probably? Didn't you say it's been about 200 years, Croven?
That sounds correct.
So yeah, I was hoping for one of the members of the church from about 200 years ago. If it's able to be that specific in that sense.
Because members of the church about 200 years ago, and then also related by blood, or just members of the church?
If possible, related by blood. If not, then primarily the church, because about 200 years ago is when my people moved across to worship in the Phoenix, aka Themis. And I'm wanting to know if they knew that it was your sister Themis, or if it was not known, because I would hate going accusing them of intentionally doing wrong if they weren't in the know first of all. If they didn't know it was your sister at all, and they just believed it to be the Phoenix, that's all it was, all they were introduced to, then in my mind I can give them some leeway. Whereas if they knew it was your sister and then forced her to stay, that changes the whole outcome of things.
Understandably so. I do have someone you can talk to that is related and around that timeline. She was. Well, I'll let her tell you her story. Right this way. And she begins to lead you off down a hall, which she warns, don't look up. Um and um once you get through there, there's this area of it almost seems nonsensical, and there's stairways and doors and in all sorts of directions and height, almost seemingly attached to nothing, um in this vast whiteness. The stairs themselves, um almost like a marbled texture. The doors all different, all vastly wildly different. But everything else is very white. And she leads you up some stairs, and then he pauses a moment, waiting for some others to shift and move, and then leads you up those ones and around some spiraling ones, and it just keeps going for a while.
Mhm.
And then she finally stops in front of this very simple, you would recognize the style, the type of wood because it's local. And you realize that in your town they still make doors like this. Like that's still one of the main standards. And she knocks on the door before opening it and goes, excuse me, if you don't mind, I have a bit of a visitor for you. And you when the doors open, there is a waft of like cooking smells. Um, and you hear and oh, I don't mind. Cinnamon. Is it Stefan from three doors down and one flight over? Again, he loves my cooking. And she chuckles and goes, "No, this is someone new and someone alive." And she's like, "Really? A living one? How did you get?" Oh, well, you're a goddess, so of course you could get. Send them in. Send them in. It's okay for them to be in. Well, if you were bringing them in here, it's okay for them to be in here. I haven't seen someone living in this for so long. Hold on, don't send them in. Do I look okay? Do I need to do my hair? Um, like, do I need to fluff my fur? Like, sort of like, you can hear some scrambling. And there's a chuckling. No, you look fine, dear. And she's, oh, all right then. Cinnamon, and are you coming in too? Is it just him, her, who? Um, and then he just chuckles and goes, "It is him, and I will let you two introduce each other. No, I won't be staying in. I've got a lot to do. But the area will know how to send him back when he's done." Then she looks to you and tells you, just follow the stairs down. They will lead you down to the base floor when you're done.
Thank you very much. You have been more than kind and generous.
And she gives a nod, and gestures and goes, "Well, go in."
Deep breath and then step inside, look around and take the area in and look at the person who stood there.
Um, it is like um almost like looking at an interesting variation of like your mom, your grandma, like the females of your family that you have seen. Like it is, you know this for pattern. Like
Mhm.
this matches the family's fur pattern, and she's even got that similar build.
Mhm.
That's still currently strong.
Mhm.
Um, in the family.
Mhm. Um. Hello. I am. I'm not sure how many greats. But I am one of your grandchildren, or great grandchildren, or longer. Um. My name is Chou.
He gives a smile and goes, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Joe, and quite frankly, it's great to know that the family line is still continuing."
We are, yeah. Kalimdor is still going strong. It's grown from a small town to a city now. I'm in the church. Mother and father are still alive, enjoying their retirement. Um, my brothers and my sisters are off doing what they do. I haven't been home in a while, um, so I don't really know what they do now. But yeah, we're still going strong. Still, still as stout and as hardy as ever. You, it's. I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's not unsettling. That's not the right word. It's curious the fact that I see my mother and my grandmother and see where their looks come from. It's a very strong resemblance. It's not unnerving, but it's still breathtaking in its own way. That the family resemblance could be so strong.
She grins and does, well, not quite the twirl, but that, like, yeah, happy sway.
Hmm.
Um, and she goes, "Well, I did look a lot like my sisters, and us did look quite a bit like our grandma and mother, though, um, one of my sisters took a little more after our father than our mother, but that's neither here nor there. I guess the genes are still quite strong in the family then. That's
Hmm. Definitely very strong. Mm, just makes me wonder: is the love of Saki strong? Was it strong back then, or have we gotten stronger or diluted since? Mm, with a wry smile, pulling out a bottle of Kalimdor Saki.
she, like when it's first mentioned, there's a grin, and then when you pull out a bottle, she goes, "No, it's still May."
Oh yes. Oh yes, it is the. It's still. It's one of our. It's one of the city's major exports through various other contacts. People don't know where it comes from. They just know that this sake arrives from the mountains, and it sells surprisingly well, from what I've been told.
I wasn't around long enough to learn how to make it myself. Back then, we all were taught how to pitch in with the process. I don't know if that's still a thing or not. Granted, I wonder how many of you are there now.
When I last left the city, I think the numbers were pushing close to 50,000-60,000.
She lets out like a shocked breath, and she goes, "We were a few hundred."
It's amazing what can happen in 200 years.
Place has really taken off.
It is. However, the reason I've come to see you is it could potentially, if not handled correctly, it could be the end of Kalimdor. That's why I've come to see you. I need your advice. I need your knowledge.
I don't quite know how a couple 100-year-old knowledge can help, but I'll try.
I have recently found out that, well, we'll start at the back at the beginning. You remember when the gods disappeared and everything, the magic and all that started to die out. And then the phoenix came to us, and we turned to worship in the phoenix, and we do still worship the phoenix. I myself am a cleric and druid of the phoenix. But I have recently found out that the phoenix is actually one of the old gods, and from what I've managed to piece together, they are trapped in the form of the phoenix and being held against domain that is not theirs.
There, when you are saying all this, at first her demeanor is like still, like she is like listening intently, but then you see this slight shift of like a locked jaw. Like that clenched jaw.
Mm-hmm.
And she nods and goes, "That bitch brought you to me on purpose."
To you specifically, I asked for someone from the time period that the phoenix arrived, so I could better judge how to handle things when I go back home. I don't want to go in all guns blazing, making accusations with only half or not even half the information. If if it was known that it was one of the old gods, and then they were forced into being the Phoenix, that is one thing. But if the Phoenix arrived as the Phoenix and no one knew any better, then I can't blame people for not knowing. I came to seek knowledge, wisdom, the truth, if possible, of the origins of the Phoenix in our home. I asked Zedia if there was anyone from my home that was here, and she brought me to you.
Some people don't choose to. Others do. Once you get here when you die, you can look young again. You can be shifted to look like your healthy self, your young self. However you wish to look, that was yourself at one point. Some people stay in their elderly old stage. Some people go young again. I'm at the age that I died. I did not die old.
Mhm.
I didn't get to see my children grow up because I thought something was amiss and I followed that instinct and it got me stabbed in the back. Literally.
You had your suspicions and it was covered up with your murder.
I had my suspicions, and I was the only one that had suspicions because everyone was so grateful to have something to pray to again, to have something to worship again that was actually working and bringing something good to the lands, that they didn't want to see the connections. They didn't want to see it. They didn't want to know that something was amiss. And I couldn't live with something being amiss. And I didn't live with something being amiss because I got killed by the one that first brought the Phoenix to us. Who was also the father of my children and probably raised them.
Ow. Ow. I am the descendant of the one fucking who calls this bollocks. That uh, that have you got any glasses? I think we need a drink.
She goes to her cabinets and pulls out a couple glasses.
Yeah. Pour the sake. We once the sake is poured, and myself and my friends, we have been going and finding the old gods and awakening them. Zedia is the most recent one, or is the latest one that we have found and awoken. And while here, obviously with Zedia being the goddess of who she is, I was worried that I personally, with my belief and the way that I've been raised in the ways of the Phoenix, and I might be not an insult, but treading thin ground, as it were, being here. But after talking with Zedia and mentioning about the Phoenix, that's when she showed me pictures of her family. One of them being the goddess Themis, in both her human form and in the form of the Phoenix. And that's when they also told me that the Phoenix is being held to a domain that isn't their normal domain. So to be told that everything you've been brought up to worship and believe, aka the Phoenix, is technically a lie is something else. But I also know that it's not right. Themis shouldn't be held to a domain that isn't hers, trapped as she is, and needs to be freed. And before me and my friends go back to Kalimdor to free Themis, I wanted to go back with the knowledge that of either A, there are people in the know and they must be punished for being in the know and still holding Themis as they are, as the Phoenix. Whereas if someone else had brought Themis to Kalimdor and then left and never told, and our people never knew, or none of us knew, then it would be a different approach I would take in revealing it. It would be an approach more of compassion, guidance, and forgiveness.
What's the
Now,
name of the high priest?
Have we discussed that at all, Croven? I don't think we have we?
Nope, so you can come up with one if you want, or I can come up with it right now.
Bear with me 2 seconds. Because I'm just checking the little bits notes I've made of my own backstory. The current high priest is of the Man family. Sorry, of the Ip family is currently Ip Chen.
She chuckles. And goes, how many juniors, the thirds, or seniors have there been with that exact name?
Before Ip Chen was Ip Man. Before Ip Man was Ip Cheng. Before Ip Cheng was Ip Mas.
Hi there.
I'm starting to recognize a series here.
After I had died, I had requested that when he finally did, that I would be able to be allowed to give him a piece of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I have not been alerted to his arrival.
So he's using the rebirth of the Phoenix to bring himself back. In just a different guise and form. So he's maintained control, maintained power, and maintained the lie. Honored grandmother, I ask for your permission, your blessing, and when the time comes, your strength. For I'm going to destroy this man. He has perverted not only our beliefs, he's perverted the ways of what we supposedly hold sacred, and he's perpetuated a lie that is now, in my eyes, a stain on our family.
Never mind. She nods and goes, whatever I am permitted to aid you with, you have it all. You have my blessing.
Thank you. Do you know of any chinks in the armor, as it were? Any weak spots that could be exploited? You know, something that would give him pause for a second or two to give us that opening we may need.
I wish I had a good answer for you there because I thought I knew him. We had a home together. We had children together. And then I had none of that. And I was here. And
I have had an idea. It is something I would have to speak to Zedia about. But if it is possible, when the time comes, would you be willing to stand as witness when I call for trial.
It's permitted. Don't wish to break any rules of the gods or anything like that, but
Exactly. It may not be, I'm not going to be asking for you to be reborn, because that would be, again, breaking the laws of the natural order. But with Zedia's permission and help, maybe we could bring your spirit through for long enough to be able to give your side and help expose the lies he has perpetuated. With enough people, if we can remove him from his seat of power there, it would certainly weaken him. Maybe weaken him enough that we can stop him. Maybe seeing you will be enough to shake him long enough that we can get the opportunity we need to stop him. But if you do not wish to, then it is not something I will force upon you.
before you face him, destroy his connection first. He'll just come back.
Mm-hmm. I'll make sure of that. I've been praying to Themis last night, letting her know that I know the truth now, and that I am coming to free her. I will continue to pray to her until the day that I am able to confront him. And hopefully, at the time of confronting him, she will have been able to sever, or it will then damage the connection enough that I can then finally break it whilst I'm there.
Because he's probably built over it multiple times in all these years. So it won't be easy to find.
Finding the other gods hasn't been easy either, but we've managed that. We will manage. We will find Themis. We will free her. And you will be able to rest peacefully in the knowledge that the right thing has been done.
She kind of just looks over Chou for a moment before getting up and pulling him into a hug.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And she goes, may all of the luck of the cosmos, may everything good shine upon you in these trials you are going to face. It will not be easy, but should Zedia deem so, I will be watching. I will be close by.
Thank you. And if things don't go the way that I hope and planned. At least I know I have a grandmother I can enjoy sake with here.
He goes, flaps a hand and goes, grandmother, that makes me sound so old.
Oh, I think calling you mother would be a little odd.
That's fair.
Okay, aunt. How is that?
That's better. I like that one.
One thing I didn't. You still haven't told me your name, aunt.
She pauses for a moment and then gets the look of, oh my gosh, I'm so rude. And she goes, my name's a little different than the rest of the families because, well, my mother had fallen into a fascination with travelers that would occasionally come through. And one of them she just adored the name of. My name is Birdine, and for short, everyone called me Birdie.
BER or BIR?
BER.
BERDINE.
Correct.
And birdie is in little birdie.
Yep.
Oh, I know what's going to happen. I know exactly how I'm going to use that as well. Confront my still alive great grandfather about a little birdie told me. So Birdine Lay. Well, Aunt Birdie, we've still got some of this sake left.
Not for long.
Not for long. And pour out another drink and literally just, get to know her until the sake's gone and I have to make a move.
Yeah, she lets you know about your however many greats Gran and Gramps, or cousins, if you want to call them that, since you're calling her aunt, because grandma's too old. And she lets you know um, they were like 6, 7 sort of vibes. Boy and girl.
Yep.
And how everything was taking care of them, and how she was actually a bit of a one for the old religions. That her father and her father's father kept a lot of and held to remembering the old religions, and so she grew up like the old gods. So she grew up learning a lot about them, and You just how life was back in the day, sort of vibes, how it was when it was smaller, and but also they gave you a little background on how she had that knowledge from her family that made her question when the Phoenix first showed up to her husband and
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's a new god and everyone was drinking the Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Desperation and hope can make you overlook a multitude of sins.
Yep.
Would you say then that I am a cleric and druid of the Phoenix, or a cleric and druid of Themis, as they are both one and the same?
She thinks for a second and goes, there were people that worshipped her as a phoenix. Oftentimes, the Aarakocra would talk about Themis and her phoenix form, or just the phoenix goddess, and held her in high revere. Um, Most others, I don't know much about sailing, but um, anyone that had to travel or go out on boats or anything would worship Themis for their travels to protect them from the winds and the rains and the storms. And in the books it says farmers would worship her for the birth of new crops, for watering them, bringing them the rains that they need to be able to grow. There's being a cleric of the Phoenix, calling yourself a cleric of the Phoenix, isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just recognizing and claiming that the Phoenix and Themis are one and the same. Recognizing that. Giving her true dues.
Mm-hmm.
And not trying to worship it as something else.
It's not minimizing. Well, I fear that by just saying I'm a cleric and druid of the Phoenix, I'm minimizing who she is. Because the Phoenix is just one aspect of her.
And that's another way to see it as well. The only real way to know for sure would be to ask her now, wouldn't it? Once you can, of course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe one day my prayers will be answered, and I will get that answer that I seek. Until then, I've gotten used to Cleric of the Phoenix and Druid of the Phoenix. And until I get an answer, I'll stick with what I know for now. But still have the knowledge there that Themis is more than just the Phoenix.
Well, it's probably about time you go back to the land of the living.
There's a little bit of a bittersweet smile of, yes, he should, but he also, he's enjoying his time with her as well. But there's going to be another hug, at least, before setting off and then heading back.
As he heads out, she calls out, and don't you come visiting me here too soon now.
One joy of being a cleric of the Phoenix is I can do what he can do as well. So, Themis willing, I won't be back before my time. I want to head back and find Gad and Gar and Kari and Poppyseed, if they're all together. Kind of walking in and going, are you ready to go hunting an asshole?
Oh, I'm always ready.
I know.
mean, oh,
Sorry.
you go.
I have learned a truth about my family's past. That part of my family is responsible for how Themis is now. And it's been kept from us. And they will pay.
Well, there's nothing quite like a little bit of righteous retribution upon those who deserve it.
Mm-hmm. We will need to free Themis first to help break the connection between him and Themis, or him and the Phoenix. Because he is using Themis's power and the power of the Phoenix to basically keep himself alive. He dies, he goes to a funeral pyre, and then X amount of time later comes back and takes back over as the head priest.
Oh,
If that's the case, I feel like freeing Themis isn't going to be the easiest thing in the world. How long does it usually take for him to come back? Because who knows? Maybe kill him, go to Themis, cut her chains. He comes back, you kill him again, permanently, with extreme prejudice.
For myself to do it, it takes about 7 days for me to come back. He's been doing this for 200 years, so I expect it's going to be a lot shorter than that.
So we basically have a day. Give or take.
If we aim for that, if we work on that proviso, we might be best.
Well, he kind of looks over at Gad. We're no strangers at killing things, so can keep him busy for the time for a little bit while you deal with freeing your goddess.
Mm-hmm.
yes, and if we can get him on the water,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little hard for something to come back through fire when it's been drowned.
Well, mayonnaise doesn't burn.
Oh God.
I did have another idea. I did have another idea. Your bottled lightning friend.
Having him
Oh,
consume him, that's not a bad idea. However, I don't entirely know if that will make it so he can't be reborn. It might be convenient if it didn't, but
I'd
I'm not going
rather
to try and be
give him
eaten
a
by it.
hell of a hard time.
It might slow him down, being reborn, and give us more time.
Hey, that's true.
Because obviously, if there's no body to burn and come back from the ashes of.
I mean, worst case scenario, I can always make an arrow of complete destruction, but I'm gonna have to get very creative with the magic items.
I know exactly what arrows. As a player, I know exactly what arrows you're thinking of.
Oh God.
Oh, was the
Gotta
full
hug it.
statement mayonnaise doesn't burn? Is that what I heard?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay,
You did.
I just wanted to make sure I did in fact hear that right.
I
Maybe
have
it's
killed
being
many a
typed
creatures with
somewhere.
mayonnaise. I will continue my massacre of mayonnaise.
Oh my
The
God.
eggs. It does not go bad. It turns into Miracle Whip, and I will Miracle Whip these bitches back into the Stone Age.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
gosh.
Also, Kari's not paying attention. She's zooming around.
The tanginess is war crimes.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to make a war crime sandwich.
But yeah, Cho will explain everything he's been
Good boy.
told by his ancestor. About she had her suspicions. She got murdered for it, and he's been the one in charge ever since. So yeah, he'll share that knowledge with everyone, so they know everything as well.
Also, I saw the AI shanty.
The AI shanty. Oh God.
I feel like we need like one of the turtles to try and sing the shanty that the AI made for you.
Oh, I already have the tune of it in my head. Because I was thinking before session, I was like, man, we need like a shanty to sing on the ship. And then I was like, wait,
God.
I have AI to help.
Oh no.
I mean, it's not terrible.
I mean, if it's just a simple ditty, yeah, it's pretty catchy actually.
Oh, Captain Gad, a fearless man, he sails the seas with a daring plan.
I can dig it.
A centaur mate, strong and true, they ride the waveless skies so blue.
Heave
Heave
ho,
ho,
let's sing the
lads, and sing the
tale of
tale of
Captain
Captain
Gad and his
Gad and his
mighty
mighty
sail.
sail, with centaur
The
strength
little
and the
strength and the
captain's
captain's
might,
might,
they'll
they'll
conquer
conquer
seas by
seas by
day and
day and
night.
night.
Oh my God.
The centaur's hooves, they pound the deck with every stride they keep in check through stormy seas and winds that wail. They never falter, they never fail. Heave ho, lads, sing the tale of Captain Gad and his mighty sail. With a centaur's strength and a captain's might, they'll conquer seas by day and night. Together they face the ocean's wrath with courage bold. They carve a path from distant shores through lands unknown. Their legend grows, their fame has grown. Heave ho, lads, and sing the tale of Captain Gad and his mighty sail. With a centaur's strength and a captain's might, they'll conquer seas by day and night.
It's beautiful.
Man,
Mhm.
that's a lot of centaur in your song there. Especially the hooves. What's going on with the hooves?
They're pounding the deck.
Not even a mention of being a cowboy of the sea. God damn it.
Wait.
Sadness. Sad
Okay,
music.
now I have a new thing to ask the AI.
Oh no. Gonna make a shanty about the cowboy of the sea.
That's now because I don't have a better place to put it. That's now in short stories and world lore.
As it should be.
Yes.
An ancient sea shanty.
An ancient sea shanty, that's right.
Yeah.
It's about
Oh my god, this is beautiful. Oh my god, I haven't even read the whole thing, but I have to send it because the first two fucking verses are beautiful.
Why does he have a lasso?
the fucking chorus.
It's a kink thing.
It's for Maryland.
Precisely.
Marilyn wrote this. Hey, could you
Man,
could you
that's
document our sea travels?
that
Sure.
that second line in the chorus is a mouthful to say.
Of Captain Gadd and the Cowboy of the Sea.
Yeah, it doesn't really roll off the tongue quite well.
Hmm.
I feel like I need to add more to what I'm asking it to sing about.
You need to add more verses to include Gar.
What, salty partly metal bounty hunter? Who likes to kill things with mayonnaise? Yar, Middly D, I'm gonna kill you with my eggs.
You know, and like, what about y'all's love for snitties?
God bless them.
You know what? I should have AI write the recap for next week.
Just make it listen to the session and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the lasso come from?
I know, that's what I was
Poppyseed,
wondering.
you need a lasso now?
Well,
Yeah, I'm sure Marilyn will love that.
Alright, let's see what it does with this prompt.
just right on the hip.
Oh, it's taking a minute with this one.
Ooh.
Behold, the lasso that turns you into a goth girl.
An old centaur went riding out one dark and windy day.
That started to go more cowboy.
Yeah,
Din, din, din,
we
din,
had to
din.
see
Oh
him
my-
later.
Now,
Oh my fucking
right.
god, this is beautiful. Hold on. I added in Gar and Snitties.
I really love how it has consistently kept the heave ho in the chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so fucking long.
That's what she said.
With a cowboy's grit and a metal mate.
Loves his Snitties all day long.
Oh my gosh.
You're motherfucking right.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is funny as hell.
I fucking love AI sometimes.
Time to generate some music that goes along with it.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, gotta like type that shit in one of those AIs that like
Yeah.
makes the song for you.
Yeah.
I've seen the dude that does like the ones that's usually like country songs and shit.
He's fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh yeah, the like drummer dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I fucking love those. Every time I see one, I have to watch it just because they're
yeah.
always funny as
The
shit.
Nature's Holster one is fucking hilarious.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that one. I fucking pissed myself laughing at that one.
His like cowboy pocket.
Is that like the prison pocket, but for yeehaw?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
My wife, my truck, my guns, my beans.
Your beans. And
Oh, what is this
Everything
from?
tucked up tight in them jeans.
wait, wrong character. I don't have the two cocks. I can't use that as a chorus.
Huh?
Oh, wait.
What?
Never mind. Ignore me. I am smooth
Which
and innocent.
which character had two cocks?
Horgold.
Hortigold had two cocks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he turned into a
Yeah.
dragon.
Oh.
I rolled on the chart and it gave me a double dick. Don't double dip, but double dick. People got two holes for a reason. I'm gonna be quiet now.
More lore has dropped for Dremura.
The one for Chou just makes him sound like he completed a fucking badass. What ruins it is the fact that you got to remember it's done with the bloody the Somerset accent.
Oh god.
Hoist up the sails, let the wind stay cold. Chou's on the hunt through the firing cold.
This is beautiful.
With a
I
staff in
like the fire
hand and wings of
emojis.
flame, Cho seeks the god who's bound in shame. Through
Give it to
stormy
you so I'm like
seas
Walker
and
Texas
lands
Ranger.
unknown, they walk the path where fire has grown.
I'm waiting for Chuck Norris to step out. I'm not kidding you.
I need to think of like the perfect prompt to encapsulate the whole party. And that way we get like a shanty about
I want to see
Captain Gag
shanty.
and his crew of misfits.
campaign.
No, I want to see shanty of Tavish becoming Befri Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Just out on the run.
Okay.
It's too good.
Let's see what it gives me with this prompt.
Oh no, this one's fucking brilliant. This
Oh,
one that
no.
I've just done. Oh, it's taking its fucking time. Jesus.
This, This session was brought to you by Sea Shanties.
Brought to you by Yo-Ho and Fiddly D.
No,
A
this one's called
sauce?
Poppyseed.
A saucy sea shanty. The
Yeah,
fuck?
called
What?
Poppyseed's Wild Ride.
Oh, it's so long. See, it did give me one.
He charms with words as smooth as milk?
Now, are we talking the cream right off a fresh barrel of milk that hasn't been pasteurized yet? That shit's smoother than it can be, but pasteurized milk ain't.
Saucy sea shanty.
Saucy she shanties for the sauced. Fuck, I can't speak anymore. I mean, that's the usual, but fuck. I don't.
Ooh, verse 2 getting hot and heavy.
Alright. What is y'all's next steps gonna be once you're together and debriefed?
To the boat.
Where are we going first?
To the boat.
Kari's flying around when she hears this, and she's like, "Yeah, I think that's a good idea." Just like you. She's having fun. She's like, "Look what I can do at this stage."
I really like the Tavish one that it gave me.
It looks beautiful. Both of them have a nice amount of goodness to them.
AIC sea shanties are where it's at.
10 out of 10. Wood shanty again.
Oh my gosh.
Um, you guys get dropped off on your ship via Zedia. Just kind of opening up a little I would say a little portal. She has you all kind of gathered around, and then a little circle in the floor opens up, and you're looking down at the ship. Um, it's a bit of a jump, but
Gad steps through without hesitation.
Same.
you all land not too aggressively. There is a bit of magiciness there, keeping you from landing and damaging yourself or the deck.
Superhero landing. How would Poppyseed do a superhero landing?
Splat
Hmm.
is how. Splat.
You know what? That's a good question, and I'm glad you asked that question. But I'm gonna have to wait to answer that later because I don't know.
Let's see if the Snapchat AI can conjure it.
That sounds dangerous.
Oh, it wants me to get Snapchat Plus. Fuck you.
You used it too many times.
Paying for that shit. What the fuck?
Fuck the
Okay,
what?
so speaking of Snapchat, I just went to check stories, right? And I clicked on this story because it's like the one that's available. This is Gunnison police officer charged with incest.
Oh.
No.
This is the Colorado Bureau of Investigation arrested a Gunnison police officer Wednesday night on the charge of incest. 41-year-old Daniel Huff will make his first court appearance Friday afternoon. He is currently being held without bond at Gunnison County Detention Center. The arrest follows a 3-week investigation into an allegation that Huff sexually assaulted an adult female. The request to investigate was made by the 7th Judicial District's Attorney's Office after CBI received a tip of potential abuse involving Officer Huff. The Gunnison Police Department has placed Officer Daniel Huff on administrative leave per department policy. The charges are merely accusations. The defendant is presumed innocent until proven guilty. What the fuck? See, I knew the cops around here were fucked, but what? Excuse the fuck out of me.
That drawing looks like you're they're either about to bitch slap someone or you just smacked them upside the head.
Smack upside the head.
You know, that's not too
Poppyseed
far
bitch
off
slapping
of
someone for incest.
like I googled Centaur power pose,
Yeah.
and like this is what Google came up with.
I imagine he would land on his back legs first, and then the front legs would go down to the ground in that superhero pose.
That one though that Croven put, it looks like he's just dragging his hooves along.
Right. Like it
God.
definitely did not generate properly.
Centaur
He's lagging.
wheelchair.
What?
Centaur wheelchair. It's like a now wheelchair, but bigger.
That's just a cart.
No, the cart's what you put your 3-foot long schmeat in.
Ah.
That's enough tequila for me, I think.
The tequila thoughts.
That's going out of context.
I did the math once, though. If you are a 250-pound guy, pound for pound, and you have like a 3-inch pekka, you are hung like a horse based off of body proportions.
Wait, what? What?
Yes. Don't ask me to do the math right now because I can't, but I have done the math in the past, mostly just out of morbid curiosity. And a weird fucking rabbit hole.
I wouldn't see any other reason as to why to do that math.
Sometimes I have too much time on my hands.
Okay, but now I'm curious how the maths out.
Yeah.
But wait, you're telling me.
Okay.
Horse cock math.
Oh my god.
And other fun games to play with the family.
It's like playing Cards Against Humanity with my mom.
Yeah.
She always has the dirtiest, funniest fucking answers for shit. And then her excuse is always, that's the only card I had. My mom whoops our ass at Cards Against Humanity.
That's right. The horse cock goes in the square hole.
You know, the things I look up.
I mean, I had to look up the measurements for Poppyseed. So,
What kind of schmeat is Poppyseed packing?
uh,
How wrecked is what's her face?
oh, absolutely destroyed. It's like trying to hide. It's like trying to hide an AR in your pants.
Ah,
Like
lasagna.
it's
Got it.
yeah.
Poppyseed is packing some schmeat. Oh, I just picture the fucking big ass bedazzled dong.
Why?
Oh my gosh.
Why's it gotta be bedazzled, man?
Because he's the rhinestone cowboy of the sea.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. I got the pictures of my maths. Hold on.
Oh, good lord.
I'm scared.
Hold on.
As am I, but I am very interested.
Right.
Self terrified. Also self curiosity peaked.
Yes.
Why is there a hyphen in penis?
Hold on. It gets worse.
Oh god.
Ow!
Because that's the average.
Poppyseed has a meter-long cock.
This is what I rolled.
Oh.
Oh no!
Poppyseed is destroying her. She is not able to walk for at least 3 business days.
3 to 5.
Poppyseed packing that ham cannon.
It's his other magical staff.
Magical Staff 2.0.
It's his rod of life.
Poppyseed packing that meat chandelier. It's not just a ham candle.
Oh, you said candle. I heard cannon.
Oh God, Raina. Critical piercing and bludgeoning damage.
Poppyseed has to make sure his partners have enough HP to survive.
Mission objective: survive.
The one time you don't want a fucking through and through injury.
Poppyseed is a centaur with a hog.
Get on the spit and rotate.
Brings a whole new meaning to ride the horse.
Wait a minute. If it rotates, does that mean Poppyseed has an oscillating cock?
No, it doesn't have enough aim, but it is reciprocating.
Poppyseed pecking that DeWalt.
Is that your last name, Poppyseed? Poppyseed DeWalt.
Poppyseed Milwaukee. DeWalt.
Poppyseed craftsman.
The hammer is real.
Poppyseed Bosch. Mind you, I think in this case it's going to be more a case of Poppyseed Black and Decker.
Black and Decker Pussy Wrecker.
Man, AI is gonna have a wallop of a time writing recap for this.
Oh, your AI
Oh,
writing this one?
gosh.
Excellent.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
gosh.
I knight thee.
gonna see if I
Poppyseed,
can't
the
get the
Black and Decker
transcript.
Pussy Wrecker. Cowboy of the Sea.
Cowboy of the
Cowboy
Sea
of
with
the
his Black and Decker
Seaman.
Pussy Wrecker.
The quicker picker upper.
More like the quicker fucker upper.
What are you gonna do now, Centaur? You're out of magic. Am I?
Just be worried when the Centaur turns around and goes, "Hey boy, you got a real pretty mouth."
Now you gotta be really concerned when the centaur is swinging a small dwarf between their legs. That's not a dwarf.
No, it is a dwarf. It's just they use it as a condom.
The centaur is equipped with a warhammer, yet it is not made of steel.
Poppyseed's gonna steal your insides unintentionally.
He's not going to steal your insides or rearrange them. He's just going to push them out your mouth.
Ah, but pushing them out your mouth is just stealing them through the back door.
And this is how elf cream
I
donuts are made.
cast turning your innards into outers.
I'm not sure if that's an innie or an outie belly button or just fucking Poppyseed's dick poking through.
Skin's not that elastic. Oh God.
Enough brute
She's
force in
got
England.
magical means to help with things.
If you're using magical means
stretch
to-
marks.
means to fuck a giant horse cock, you need to reevaluate what you're doing in life.
No, you don't.
I mean, Marilyn is writing books.
This is true. Oh, this new one's gonna be a whopper.
She's writing smut and living smut. I see.
Marilyn's next book,
Marilyn writes from experience.
The Burger King and his Whopper.
Man,
You know those,
nothing would
like-
rail a session quite like a horse cock.
You know those like 5-pound tubes of ground beef you can buy at Walmart? Poppyseed incarnate.
Fucking Reyna.
Does Poppyseed help unclog the writer's block?
Poppyseed is brain Drano.
Well, y'all are back on the ship.
Oh fuck. Error. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Were we docked at an actual town, or was this just like...
No, you were not.
Okay.
Alright. So we can either go to where Chou wants us to go and fuck up some dude. Or we can go try and find Gamphion. Which
Well,
is
what's
first
close?
on the list?
Whichever's closer, I'd say.
Which is the closest sail? I know we have the supplies to make it to wherever we're going, but which do we want to complete first?
Well, as I recall, Ugasis said that Gamphion was closer to Zedia.
Well, and for all we know, Zedia's all... Oh, wait, no, that's Shatia. Well, so I guess Gamphion would be closer. Oh, where exactly is this man that we need to go beat the shit out of?
Jedi.
Has Chou been vanquished by...
I think Joe was
Horse cock
vanquished
joke.
by horse cock.
Oh,
No, I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
that's that was a
The
sentence.
conversation Poppyseed and Marilyn have every time. Still push. No, I'm still alive.
No, I'm still alive.
So where exactly would this man be that we need to go kick the shit out of and kill maybe once or twice?
Over on Nearbeth, up in the Latier Mountains, at my hometown of Kalimdor.
Right. Well, where
Quite
would
a journey.
Gamphion be at? I'm still rather new to this whole gods thing, so I'm not sure where Gamphion would be located. Does anybody know?
Nope, not me.
Not exactly, but I could perhaps try reaching out to Ugasis again to see if he has any more information. Now that he's had some time to uh, dabble about in his library.
I'd say that would be a splendid idea. Figure out which course we're charting and sail accordingly.
So Poppyseed kind of settles into a corner on the boat, hopefully getting some peace so that he can try reaching out to Ugasis.
I have a new AI prompt.
Oh no.
Is it an excerpt from Blazing Saddles? or Hot Hooves? I forget which one it's called.
um, Poppyseed,
Yeah.
make me a wisdom save.
Oh God, a wisdom save. Jesus Christ. Okay. Get out a dice. I have not rolled dice in a long time. Oh, that's pretty good. 23.
All right. Um, you you start to like reach out, um, and you can tell that the reaction wouldn't have been a very like pleasant thing to feel. Um, but then suddenly, not just you, but all of you
Poppyseed's pussy plunger.
are suddenly in this um big pool that is it seems like a hot spring of sorts. Um it's very steamy. The water, I mean, depending on how tall you are, Kari's floating. Um,
She swims.
she's swimming. Um, she's shorter than the rest of you. But in the middle of this, there is one Ugathus bathing,
Oh,
and um, he looks to the group and goes, "Well, what do you want? If you want an answer to something so bad, so immediately, I'm just gonna bring you here. What?
Oh, well, we were inquiring about the whereabouts of Gamphion.
Kind of slow blinks, but that like lizard blink where one eye closes first. Um, and here's well, he's not at home. You
Right, and
can
that does narrow it down some.
kind of zhuzhes his arms and goes, well, he was at home, but now he's not at home. Still part of home, not quite part of home. Slowly moving in this sort of rotation. And he starts kind of circling his hands about.
God damn it. Uh, before you said that he was close to Zedia, is this still true?
Less true, but still true enough.
now I see who you talk like. She swims by.
He leans towards Poppyseed. What is that?
Oh, that's Kari.
It's a Kari?
I'm a baby chicken.
You are not a dragon.
I'm not, but they think I am, so I am.
I don't think you are.
How dare you?
It's got wings.
Yes, she
Are
just
they
acquired
cool?
them from Zedia.
She flashes them. Aren't they cool though? Take it.
This is very Zedia aesthetic.
But no, I'm a lizard. I don't do the tongue thing though. I don't want to.
Oh. Are you one of the McFizzards?
What?
The McFizzards.
Squints.
It's a very prolific family throughout history.
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Shame. Pity.
This entire time she hasn't stopped swimming. She cannot stop.
She can't stop her, she'll sink.
Exactly.
Is there a certain
Chou just looking around.
Is there a certain destination that Gemphion is going to, or is he going in a circuit?
No destination. Just same path over and over and over and over.
Sounds like he's orbiting.
Is he in the sky?
There's a pause and kind of looks around thinking about things and goes, you know, that you mentioned it, that makes a lot more sense.
Poppyseed's face goes completely flat, and he just turns to the group and he's just, Gemphion's on a floating sky city.
I think I might know which one then.
Looks like we need a flying boat.
Looks at the boat. Looks over at Gad.
I can't make this one fly. But we might be able to acquire one. But without asking.
Before this goes any further, now that we've sort of figured this out, Ugasis, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Starts sudsing himself up.
No,
You
that's the kind
interrupt
of
his shower?
visibility I'm looking for.
Could you possibly pop us back where we were?
Oh, you want to go back? I could.
This is such a warm bath, though.
Ugasis being forced to see 1.5 meters of horse meat.
It's like a rubber ducky in the tub. Rubber dicky.
Oh, God.
Popping up and down like a submarine scope.
We all live in a
God.
little submarine. Oh, yeah, little submarine.
We all live in the buckskin submarine.
Oh my gosh, I'm not kink shaming, I'm kink asking why. I feel that sometimes.
Oh, my God. Pendejo.
So what do I get out of putting you back?
Oh, well,
You gonna bathe in peace?
Another sibling awake.
We could leave your tub full of mayonnaise.
Ooh, you've got mayonnaise.
Yes. Would you like some?
Oh, please.
I'm gonna pop the top of the mayonnaise and just coat the tub. This is not a euphemism. This is a threat.
There
I'm gonna coat
is
the
a
bathroom in
clap of
mayonnaise.
joy. and a a mayonnaise is great for the skin.
I don't have skin.
All of my skin is rock.
Moisturize it with mayonnaise. Just points the mayonnaise at him and squeezes.
Is having a tougher time to swim now because mayonnaise.
There's just a layer of mayonnaise on the top of the hot water.
The
That
Poppyseed's new name
occasionally
shall be
bumps into.
Mayo, because mayonnaise.
Sir Mayo of Nays.
Who occasionally takes a scoop of the mayonnaise and just licks it.
I can just smell this, and it is not pleasant. Used slimy bathwater and mayonnaise.
Well, it's a good thing Poppyseed doesn't need to breathe.
Good thing I can hold my breath for an hour.
Kari.
I know! Ugasis can use you as a pumice stone to get the mayonnaise out between his slimy little toes.
I'm freaking Gad's just swimming around humming right now.
Gad is humming the tune to the sea shanty.
Yeah, sure, that's what I'm humming.
Ain't no cock like horse cock.
And you're a pony shopping horse cock, grab the lube and slam the day away. Don't got lube, got mayonnaise.
He lets out a sigh.
Oh, that's going into fucking out of context quotes.
It goes, alright, I'll put you back. But only because you mayonnaised me. And then you guys are back on the top of the ship, but you're still covered in mayonnaise.
That's the worst way he could have possibly phrased that.
Oh, instant prestidigitation of myself.
Mine's
She
drumming
see-
me clean too.
Kari sees Poppyseed able to clean himself so easily, so she just rubs herself on him.
How the fuck do you spell mayonnaise? Okay. It's two N's.
Kari, I swear to Poppyseed, more mayonnaises. Kari.
She will purposely fly up, hop onto his back, and just shake.
Oh.
Your fault.
I would just like to announce
Kari, make a
that
deck
we-
save.
Oh no!
I would just like to announce that we have had 6 not safe for work out of context quotes this
I know, I've noticed. Oh, yeah, that's a 29.
Damn!
Kari is proficient in dodging the mayonnaise.
No, I was
Hey,
gonna
what
try. No, I was gonna try and put her in a bubble.
Mayonnaise timeout zone.
Yeah,
Fill
she
the
has-
bubble with mayonnaise like a beignet. Or, no,
She has
biscuit.
a plus 14 in her deck saves for some reason.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck!
Oh.
Kari is proficient in avoiding horsecock bullshit.
Poppyseed presentations himself again.
What are you gonna do, huh? Huh?
Gonna not allow you back into my mansion is what I'm going to do.
Oh, that's so fun. Me.
Well, I didn't quite enjoy you just rubbing yourself all over me to get your mayonnaise off. I was going to do it for everyone else.
Domain expansion. Horsecock mayonnaise.
But you from growing to grow it.
So we're on the boat.
This has been the weirdest fucking session.
I don't control the mayonnaise nor the horse cock. Well, actually, I do control the mayonnaise. This is not my fault. It's
You're
only
right.
partially my fault.
I control the horse cock.
There's the
I can't wait for the recap next week.
It's gonna contain
Especially
none of
AI.
this.
Why?
I don't know.
It's either gonna
We'll
have
see.
so much cock or none at all.
Oh,
There's no in between.
oh, right. I forgot to mention. This is an 18 plus stream.
You're still here and you're under 18. Well, that's your own fucking fault. We take no responsibility for you. Blame your parents.
Get fucked. Parentheses by a giant horse cock end parentheses.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I leveled up with. I control the horse cock is what leveled me up in chat.
Is with Poppy turned to stone, does that mean when he shoots his shot, it's just basically cement that comes out?
No.
He's
Mortar.
built foundations.
I mean, there's only like that outer coating that's rock. The inside is still fleshy and squishy.
We gotta stick a lump of C4 up his pecker if we want to take him out. Good to know.
Precisely.
That means you gotta touch it.
I never said I would have to touch it. That's what Mage Hand's for.
I was about to say I ain't doing it.
Magical touching.
Magical masturbations.
Oh, we can mage hand high five.
Mage hand high five mid jerk off.
Oh my god.
Ultimate bro zone.
I just started in my head just figuring two guys sitting in the hot tub 5 feet.
5 feet apart, using their mage hands on each other. No homo.
It's not gay if it's a magical operation.
Oh my gosh.
Magical combust. Two bros jerking in a hot tub. Mage hand 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
I don't know who said it, but one of you said it. I know I heard it.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone in the server is going to be like, what the fuck is going on that Thursday?
Yes.
They want to know, they can listen to it on the YouTube.
We have found the word of God.
And it is horsecock. Power word horsecock.
I'm gonna make that a homebrew spell and give it to Poppyseed.
Hell yeah.
Power word. Fuck. Power word mayonnaise.
I'll take that as a 7th level spell. Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, so.
So we're on the boat.
So
You're
we're
on the
on the
boat.
boat.
Let's try this again.
Poppyseed
Where are we
Take
going?
3?
Poppyseed will prestidigitation the mayonnaise off of everybody else.
Alright, so after disturbingly being covered in mayonnaise, where are we going?
Well, to get to, let me try again. To get to Chou's, we're gonna have to go inland. To get to Gampion, we're gonna have to go up to one of the 3 floating islands. I have a decent idea which one he's on. But the problem with that is getting a flying vessel. Getting to where Chou needs to go may actually be slightly quicker. And who knows, maybe we can purloin something from the port down in there as well.
Well, I have another idea to get up to the Sky City. If I could somehow get the sigil sequence for a teleportation circle up on that city, then I could just teleport us all there.
We're gonna get one up there.
Well, it's just a matter of asking around in another city that we head off to. I can reach out to my scholarly peers and see what I can come up with.
It's not a bad idea. It would definitely probably take time to get that up there, though, so maybe take care of getting Themis unleashed while I get some blueprints figured out, as well as a weapon to kill a god adjacent. And then by the time we're done with that, we should be good to go, or should be able to get teleported straight up there. As long as you leave a sequence on the ship, we should be able to go up there and do what we need to do and get back right quick. Then it's just a
Yes.
matter of going back down below.
Yes,
So,
that is accurate. Yes.
if I'm hearing properly, which may not be the case,
As he kind of looks at this half-drunk bottle of rum in his hand.
We below in some kind of flying vessel. Make our way to Chou's hometown. Liberate that. And then free Gamphion? Or am I thinking other ways around?
No, I think that's pretty much the long short of it.
Well, we could, since we're sailing under the name of Bedford Jesus, see if we can find some sort of flying vessel that he may have. Take that for our own. Head and free Chou's hometown of this 200-year-old ass.
Wasn't this ship initially destined to go to Nearbeth? I vaguely remember the captain's log stating so.
I do not remember. Let me check. DM, where the fuck were we going?
So the first place it was destined to go was Anera to do a swap of products, and then it was supposed to go to Nearbeth.
Oh, well, I believe you'd be correct. We were supposed to get some sort of product swap. I wasn't exactly watching our inventory, so we may have gotten what's needed.
You may have also sold it.
We may have also sold the cargo that we were supposed to take. However, the ship was destined for Nearbeth to begin with.
Right. Well, then, as we approach Nearbeth, I believe that I would be able to magically hide what we look like. Not the ship, just us, ourselves, so that we don't continue to attract unwanted attention.
That may be a wise course of action. Is after that, I'm going to check on Krillium and see how he's doing,
Oh, Krillium.
because our son, we must provide.
Our son who art in water.
Bird water. It's Kaylee be thy name.
It's gotten bigger. You guys have been gone a bit. And he's gotten a bit bigger.
I'll give him some pets and give him some snacks. And if anybody has the spell to do so, I'll let him know what the plan of action is.
I can't remember who does have the abilities to do the speaking to him. I
So,
thought a
and
couple of you did.
Sure, it's Tavish, but Chou also might.
Mm-hmm.
As a druid, Chou should have speak with animals.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
We send the froggy ambassador.
One of them holds out a book
You
to Cho, and all we get is read it, read it.
you will all get the information back. That Krillium has gotten really good at catching sharks.
Sweet.
And that he's also taken out a few nice sized tentacle thingies.
Tentacle thingies?
Thingies.
It's
Well, I guess that's better than no. Oh, a thing I remember that Gad was wanting to do. He would like to either before we set sail or after we have started sailing to our next destination. He would like to throw he'll throw a platinum piece in the water. And he will say, thank you for guarding my ship and making sure it's been safe for our travels of land. However, something has come up, and I wish to discuss the potentials of a deal between the ocean and myself. As he flicks this platinum piece into the water.
The platinum piece plinks into the water. There's a ripple, like a natural ripple that goes out. And you hear, and what deal might that be?
As he's in the captain's quarters.
Well, I have been promised a position to ferry the souls of sailors into a great beyond. So I would wish to strike a deal before I assume this position to have some sort of control over the seas, some sort of power to make the passing of sailors easier.
There is a moment of pause and thought. Before you get the answer, the seas do not control how they take and handle their passing. However, the connection to the sea that often binds their souls to the watery depths can be taken by you instead. You can disconnect that link, that binding that so curses them, often keeping them stuck at the bottom of the seas with the last remains of their ships as it rots away in time.
Hmm. So, question for DM. Could I replace my last level that I took in Fighter with a Warlock level as this basically the sea as my patron?
You can swap those out.
Hella.
One of us. One of us.
Add another class. So, question for you, because it's giving me multiple options. Says the otherworldly patron. There's the Celestial, the Fathomless, the Genie, the Hexblade, the Undying, the Archfey, the Fiend, or the Great Old One.
So when I was had these guys as my patron, it was a Hexblade patron, but that could
They fall into a couple different ones. Because like Fathomless and Great Old Ones also technically fit them as well. Um, for your specific connection, probably Fathomless. But I'd say look at look at what it gives you. Either one gives you real quick.
Oh. So, Fathomless, from what I see, it says at first level you can magically summon a spectral tentacle that strikes at your foes. As a bonus action, you create a 10-foot long tentacle at a point you can see within 60 feet of you. The tentacle lasts for 1 minute or until you use this feature to create another tentacle. When you create the tentacle, you can make a melee spell attack against one creature within 10 feet of it. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. When you reach 10th level in this class, the damage increases to 2d8. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the tentacle up to 30 feet and repeat the attack. You can summon the tentacle a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Coat the tentacle
Also, at
in
first
mayonnaise.
level, you gain.
And tie upon me.
Also, at first level, you gain a swimming speed of 40 feet, and you can breathe underwater. I get create or destroy water and thunder wave as spells.
Not only that, you get the best spell in the game, Eldritch Blast.
As a little side bonus that you'll just need to type somewhere. You can just speak with creatures of the sea.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like no spell, no casting. You just do.
Neat.
You are now spokesperson for Krillium.
Translator.
Yep.
Big fish man. Hella. The fathomless.
That would have been one of the things that Kari would have done, by the way, is just dive in and just give him a hug. Hey, baby, missed him.
I know 2 cantrips in my warlock spell list.
Wow. I think Kari's the only one that doesn't know magic.
Oh, I gained to swim speed.
Ooh.
Hella. Oh, I need to roll. What's a warlock's
D8.
D8? Okay.
Oh god, that was base boosted.
Yes.
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Warlock is the best class.
Warlock is fun.
I fucking love warlocks.
So does Q. Q is a warlock fanatic.
I had fun with my last one. Kiara was, but she was a bardlock, so
That's a fucking great multi-class.
I made a warlock rogue.
I made a warlock rogue, artificer, fighter, paladin, wizard.
I forgot that it was that many different things.
Yeah, I fucking dipped my toes into a lot of different stuff. That's why I was able to make Namathoth my bitch.
I'm pretty sure that was the massive amount of dragon breath weapons.
Helped, and the massive amount of body modifications, but still, it all worked out.
And
Dip your
then
toes in so many
500
things you get
years
brain fart.
later.
I know, right?
Y'all let her the fuck
Matter.
out yourselves.
I wonder if Oracle's ever going to come back. He's just been kind of bopping around the various multiverses because he has the ability to because of the fucking staff of the Magi.
Yep. He's been out there in space.
Gad is just becoming Davy Jones.
Oh Lord.
Power over the sea and death on the sea.
Yep, you're Davy Jones. Congrats.
And then he gets some tentacles on your face.
Ooh.
I mean, he's eventually gonna have some undead pirate crew.
Yeah,
Afraid to get wet.
Gar.
Bum, 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 bum.
I cast Eldritch Blast on my gun.
Oh God.
I cast Kapuya.
I cast Fan the Hammer.
So you guys are sailing to near Beth, right?
I think that's the plan.
And Poppyseed's gonna ask some scholarly individuals.
When I get how many? Ooh, yeah, I could go do that now.
I thought that's what you were gonna do. In my head, every time the scholarly individuals was stated, my brain immediately put air quotes around it.
I mean, he's not lying.
It's not lying. It's just scholarly, but
Anyway, Gaddradison, where would be the perfect place where I could draw up the chalk sigils where they won't get fussed up with?
Either the foredeck and draw right on the front of the ship, basically. Or
I don't think it would do well outside.
you draw it on the poop deck, which would be right behind where I'm manning the wheel. Or you could do it down in one of the cargo holds and try not to get squished by a box.
I'll go do that. And Poppyseed will go down. He'll draw out the chalk symbols. And then he'll draw another one so that he can teleport to Maryland's.
and teleports off.
Yes.
I should roll on my charts to see what she's up to. I have
You have a Maryland chart?
I have a very small Maryland chart of what she is up to when you happen to just pop in.
She's busy writing the next horsecock novel.
Well,
Um,
put her in the mood already.
It's entitled "Mayonnaise Doesn't Burn."
um,
Riding side saddle.
when
Riding under saddle.
you arrive,
Riding bareback.
do you call out? Do you
I think
tippy hoof around?
by this point, Poppyseed would teleport in, and then he'd stick his head out into the hallway, and he would just call out, "Marilyn, I'm back."
You hear a wild shuffling of pages from the front room, and and just the I'm in here, and just a moment, just a moment.
Well, are you sure? I
And
mean, if okay.
there's some more movement, and then a shoot. Wait, he's in the hallway. You know what? Never mind. Just come through.
Walk into the room that she's in.
Um,
I'm back. Zedia's awake.
you walk in, and she's sitting at the table. There are papers that have definitely been flipped over. She's got quill and ink. She was definitely writing. Um, there is just no clothes.
Blinks. Oh. Well, I mean, you are home, and whatever you find most comfortable, I suppose.
Dude, you were just in the hallway, and I would have had to dart through the hallway like this to get to the bedroom. And so I figured just have you come out here because running to the bedroom would have been pointless. Um, you said you woke up another one?
Yes, Zedia. Quite delightful she is, really.
Well, I'm glad you are safely back in the land of the living.
It was quite a time. I got stabbed. there was a very fearsome orcish woman, and as soon as I went through a hallway, she popped out of nowhere and just stabbed me in my side. Very rude.
I mean, I can tell that you're physically alright, but you're alright?
Oh, I'm fine.
Like,
I'm just
okay, nothing internal happened?
internal. No. No.
I'm not too versed on where your organs are.
Uh, I mean, feel free to get more familiar.
There's a chuckle and um a in due time, I suppose. Um, are you all right? Are you well rested? How are things going? Are you here for a visit? Are you here for help? Do you lunch? Want some lunch?
Is it lunchtime? I've lost track of time while I was down there. Uh, but I mean, do you happen to have the sigil sequence to getting to another floating sky city?
Um, oh, hold on, Dad. There is. Hmm, not me having to look at my map to remember which one's which. Because I flip flop the two sometimes.
I believe we're looking for Echo.
She says, "Oh, good, because that's the easier one to actually get to that way." Donald has um. You have to fly into that one if you were going to Donald. Um, but Echo, there is sigils for that. Um, you teleport into the main building, and then from there are kind of allowed out into the hall or the crafts areas. Um,
Well, if you do know them offhand, I would very much appreciate it if you could write it down for me.
well, certainly. Um, I just so happen to have paper and ink right here. Um, she It starts with the basics, and then gets up because I have to go grab the book at this part and make sure I don't copy it incorrectly.
Oh, yes, by all means.
And she goes off and comes back with a book, flipping through it a bit until she finds the right page. And goes, there we go, this one here. And
I-
finishes writing it down.
I've noticed you've flipped these pages over. Is there a particular reason why?
Because it's a work in progress, and I don't like anyone seeing things before they're ready to be read.
Oh, well, okay then. Poppyseed like raises his hands like, I didn't do anything.
She goes, no, don't you worry. You will get first read.
Is it a riveting synopsis of what we have accomplished?
It's a riveting page turner of sorts.
Wonderful. Did bringing the magic back to everyone on Dremura is just quite a fantastic tale.
It's got a bit of a bend to it.
Oh, well, I'll let the master of words do their work.
And I think you'll quite like it when I'm done.
Uh-oh. Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, what we're doing now, we're just sailing over to Nearbeth, so I have plenty of time to stay here if you wouldn't mind having me.
Of course I wouldn't mind having you. We could, well, there's quite a lot of things we could do while you're here, even if you do have to pop back and forth a bit.
Um, what would you suggest?
Well, see, there's a pause where she looks at the turned over pages and looks to him with a grin and goes, well, you did mention I should get to know your anatomy better. It was slightly different verbiage, but nonetheless.
Yes. What would you like to know better about me?
She chuckles and goes, I love how dense you can be sometimes. That was a very particular suggestion?
Oh, y- yes. We yes. I I now understand.
Yeah, well, a hands-on lesson, if you would.
Right. Yeah, well, shall we? And he gestures towards, but like back down the hallway towards like the bedroom area, and then he's like, or, and then he gestures to the desk.
She looks at the different directions and goes, well, we've been in the bedroom. We could mix it up a little bit.
Well, by all means.
And that's where we'll stop session tonight. I just sat up and looked at the clock and thought what time it was.
We didn't start with horsecock, but we ended with it.
We found the horse cock along the way, you know?
Say goodbye to stream.
Goodbye, stream.
I think we lost the turtles.
I think they
I
died.
think so too.
They got